What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the My Virgo Friend podcast. I am CheChe, your movement and meditation coach. Happy Taurus season. Happy May. There's a lot of energy swirling around right now, so let's get into it. But before we do that, let's go for our 3 deep, intentional breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Okay, breathe in. And take a sip of your beverage. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I have a little bit of a margarita left. Shout out to the birthday girl that shared her vibes with me. One of my apartment mates, she was celebrating her birthday downstairs and was so generous, offered me a bouquet of flowers and some margarita mix. So shout out to all the Taurus queens, kings and queens celebrating their birthday. All right, and we'll start off with the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Cheers. Shout out to the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Cheers. Shout out to the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Cheers. Conan, stop. And shout out to the air signs, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Like I said, it is Cinco de Mayo. So shout out to everyone celebrating Cinco de Mayo. It is also Chris Brown's birthday. So happy birthday to Chris Brown. My love to you, Taurus King. Putting it out to the universe that I get a chance to meet you. Okay. So sending Chris Brown all of the birthday love. Everyone's celebrating their birthday in Taurus season. If you're an April baby, if you're a May baby, if you're a spring baby, cheers to you. We do have the Taurus new moon this week. So if you have a Taurus moon placement, Taurus rising, Taurus Venus, Taurus Mercury, Taurus Mars, Taurus North Node, any of those dominant, significant Taurus placements, shout out to you and cheers to you, okay? So yes, if you're celebrating Cinco de Mayo, hopefully you was hydrating yourself. Hopefully you took your naps. Hopefully you was eating and putting something on your stomach and you got your rest so that you don't have a bad hangover. But if you do, make sure you put something on that stomach. Make sure you hydrate. Get you some sunlight. Okay, I know you want to bundle up in the dark with all your snacks or whatever. But if you can get some sunlight, it'll really help to elevate your mood. Okay, get out the house. Sometimes we got to be reminded to get out of the house. Okay, it can really help to shift your energy, to shift your mood, and just to give you different perspectives and give you something else to focus on. I was able to get out the house this weekend and it felt really good. It was literally like what I needed, because April was rough, and May, is doing its thing too, so like the past few days, I just, every now and then I have to take like a vow of silence where I'm just not responding to anybody. And I just, that's just what I need. And so I just had that for the past few days, where I'm just using that time to reflect on what's going on, what needs to happen, what I want to happen, how I need to get there, allowing the downloads to happen, allowing the channelings to happen and everything. So yeah, like with this Taurus energy, of course, it's a real focus on value because Taurus is earth energy. Taurus is fixed earth energy, and that's all about building. And when we build something, it's for the sake of security. It's for the sake of having a place to land. It's for the sake of reliability and being able to make something yours, make something your own, make something beautiful. And that's all creative energy, creative spirit, right? So even though there's like this masculine influence of building something and work, consistent work, day in and day out to build according to the schedule, according to the plan, according to the budget. You know what I'm saying? And just really being detailed and fixated on the plan of action that needs to happen in order for this building or this manifestation to come about, to become fruitful, right? So with this Taurus energy, you may find yourself focused on what you want to build, what you want to grow, what you want to nurture, not only like physical and around you and stuff, but also within yourself when it comes to your skills, your habits. Which of those do you want to nurture and give a little more time, attention, and focus on? Also realizing the areas where you thought you placed high value on, it's now being revealed to you that actually, no, I didn't value it like I thought I did. I didn't value it like I said I did. They didn't value me. They didn't value me like they said they did, or like they said they claimed, or like they said they would. They said they will always be there. I could always call on them. I could depend on them, and they wasn't there. So it just goes to show that no, they are not reliable. No, they are not dependable. No, they are not, sticking to the plan, sticking to the script. And Taurus is very much stick to the plan, stick to the script. We said we was going to do this on this day at this time, and that's what we need to do. And it's like if you deviate from that plan in any way, there's like a little bit of a betrayal the Taurus may feel with that. But in a nutshell, no one wants to feel, I'm saying, like they're the only one that's understanding what's going on. Everybody else is like, what, So with Taurus, it just helps us to get us back grounded in those values of respect. Going back to the value of security, investing, going back to the security of, like doing the CEUs for the credential. It's doing the hours to get the experience. Like I've been seeing with research that these jobs are more focused on experience again. Once upon a time, it was all about experience, but then they started pushing for people to go to college, and then it shifted to where the jobs were dependent on you having a degree, you having an up-to-date certification, you having the most recent licensure certification, all of that credential. So it's like ever since the pandemic that happened, where it showed that a world can operate remotely, now it's like, okay, everything has been done online, so it's like that value of the degree and online learning education has like shifted in a way that they're now favoring experience over just having the degree, just having the diploma, therefore leaving a lot of the American population feeling like, why did I go back to school? Why do I have this degree? Why do I have this diploma, this certification? I invested this time, this money, this stress, to get this official documentation. And then you go out into the real world and it's just not giving you the return on investment that they promised, okay, that they swore by, the pathway that we had to do, go to college, and declare for the rest of your life at age 17, 18, what you're going to do for the rest of your life, regardless if what the climate and the political shifts hold, decide right now your fate. And a lot of millennials, some Gen Zs, some baby boomers, people from all different generations and walks of life are just seeing this reality of like, who am I? What do I value? Because what I value, society doesn't value. And what society does value isn't something that I naturally value. So I need to get with the program. Like, for example, TikTok. Society now values, that online presence, that online influence, right? But I've also seen some research where like the influencer, wave is starting to like dwindle down because everybody's an influencer, right? So there's always these shifts that's happening with society. And if you put all of your eggs in one basket, putting all of your eggs of self-worth, all of your eggs of self-identity in the bags of society that says, these beauty standards are right, these relationship dynamics are correct, this pathway to progression of success is the only way to have a fulfilling life. You know what I'm saying? If we just put all of our faith in the baskets of society that says what's right, what's wrong, it may leave you feeling like, what? Well, who am I? Where's my say so? Where do I get to express how I feel about the situation? So if you've been feeling that tango within yourself, that push pull of like, who values me for what, and what do I value me for what? What do I value outside of me, and who outside of me values me in return? So just understanding the dynamic that you have with not the possessions of the outside world, but that's how it wants to come out right now. I feel like also some people are meeting their match. I feel like some people are having interactions, more specifically women, because we are in Taurus season, which is ruled by Venus, the divine feminine energy, and the planet of Venus just shifted into Taurus. So we have the sun. Soon we'll have the moon in Taurus. We have Venus in Taurus. Like there's a lot of different places. I want to say Jupiter and Uranus is in Taurus as well. So there's a lot of dominant placements in the Taurus energy right now, but most specifically the sun and Venus are both in Taurus. So I feel like at this time there are going to be people just pinging together, resonating on their divine feminine energy. So it doesn't necessarily have to be women, or but I just feel more so like just women, or like groups of women coming together and like seeing each other like for what they are, one, or two, seeing each other and realizing where I lack, you provide, and where I provide, you also have a lack and appreciation of how I can help you. So it's just understanding like, oh, I found my people. I found where they see my skills, my expertise as valuable, and they don't see my lack as a lack, because for them it's like not a threat, because that's where they shine and that's where I can get better. So it's like just understanding, having that respect for each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like just meeting people that have the fire that you need, but maybe you have the money, but you don't have the creative spirit. You don't have the creative passion. Yeah. Like, for example, it's like when like painters get like a big investor to create artwork, to get commissioned for artwork or whatever, and it's like they have the money but they don't have the creative spirit, but they love the arts, they love the painters, they love the dancers, they love the singers. So the people with the money put the financial backing behind the people with the creative spirit. And then vice versa, the people that have the creative spirit says, like for example, Shark Tank, the people with the creative entrepreneurial spirit create this product, innovate this thing, go to Shark Tank, the people with the money, to say, hey, I can get you in on this opportunity if you will commit to some type of financial backing for me. So just having that understanding of like where I lack, you thrive, and where you thrive, I lack, and we can help each other because we have this respect for each other, of understanding that like, your value, you see, I know my value, and I know my value. So let's help each other, like an iron sharpens iron situation. So cheers to people that are having those divine connections where it's like iron sharpens iron. You're meeting people that make you want to be better, the people that make you want to dress up better, the people that make you want to be a little more consistent, the people that inspire you to be a little more disciplined, the people that remind you of what falling in love would look like, could feel like, what it like. This weekend when I went to my friends get together for Cinco de Mayo, there was a couple there. Shout out to Dame and Patricia, but they're a couple that I met while I was teaching ballroom dance. Pardon me. And I love them. They've been together for so long, and they're one of those couples that they truly have a friendship where they do a lot of things together, but they do it because they literally enjoy each other. It's not that, oh, they're trying to like keep tabs on each other, or it's like that insecure thing. Like, it's just literally that couple that's like, wow, like they actually get along, like they actually, like she don't play about him, he don't play about her. Like, it's just a really cute, refreshing energy, relationship dynamic. One of those couples that like remind you like, oh, it's possible, it's out there, you know what I'm saying? So let me get my act together so I could be ready when that person comes and approach me, because you just never know. You got to be ready so you don't have to get ready, right? So I feel like with this Venus and Taurus energy, and while we're in Taurus season, you may have that because again, like Venus is the heart. So I feel like, like when you put the things on the heart to shock people, like clear, they rub it, they put the pouch. Like, I feel like it's gonna be a reviving of the heart for some people, where like you see that couple, you experience that couple, and it's like, wow, like love is possible. Like, not, it's like not all hope is lost. I still have some faith in humanity to carry on the tradition of love and romance, or having that encounter with that creative person that reminds you, like, wow, they're still going, or like, well, damn, they putting in this much time, they're putting in this much commitment, and I'm only giving a fraction of that. Let me step my game up, let me show up a little more for myself. And that could also be a theme that you feel yourself doing, showing up for yourself more. And in order to understand how you can show up for yourself more, also understanding where you wasn't showing up for yourself, the areas and opportunities that you didn't take advantage of, the opportunities that you didn't show up for yourself, So just having those true reflections with yourself, because we just had the Scorpio full moon. Scorpio is the opposite of Taurus. And Scorpio is all about the taboo. It's about the mystery, the mysterious parts of us. So the parts of us that we don't really want to show the world, the parts of us that we're still trying to figure out. Like, when you're cleaning the house, but the stuff, like, it's just stuff. So you just like, you don't know where to put it. So you just stuff it in the closet. Like, oh, I'll deal with it later. But then at some point, the closet gets, filled up. At some point, the trunk that you're stuffing stuff in gets filled up. Eventually, under the cabinet with all these bags, it gets filled up, and you have to deal with the thing. So it's like, so it's like, oh, that's a perfect analogy, because it's under the counter, and it's like all about something that's below submerging. Like, if you know the video, Janet Jackson, we go deep, and we don't get no sleep, 'cause we be up all night until the early light, we go deep. Okay, so she's a Taurus, and I want to say she was wearing black or some type of black in that, but in that video, I want to say the washing machine overflowed. Like, they put too much washing powder in the washing machine, and it started overflowing, and then eventually it flooded the whole house, and everybody was like dancing or whatever in the water, but they was like still living it up, so like that's a pretty good Taurus and Scorpio, because Scorpio is water. Unsurprising one, because also Uranus is in Taurus right now. So it's like, also we got the house party going on. We're home, we're cozy, we have all our friends, we got our snacks, we got our booze, we got our vibes, we got the music, so we got the mood lighting, we got everything we need. Oh shit, we have this flood happening in the house. Fuck it, let's keep partying, so like that's that Taurus Scorpio tango. Wow, I like that, spirit. Thank you. So there could be an overwhelming sensation at this point right now. So it could be an overwhelming sense of horniness. It could be an overwhelming sense of sensuality, an overwhelming sense of sexuality, an overwhelming sense of sexual expression, an overwhelming sense of, a realization of how you have withheld your sexual energy or your sexual desires, your sexual expressions, and now it's like this, it's busting out, we're stepping out. The Rick James song, Busting Out, is coming to mind right now, the scene from Superbad. It's like that. Yeah, because on Superbad, Jonah Hill's character, he was just like, oh, I need to hump something. I need to lose my virginity tonight. Like he was just like hell bent, like, it's graduation. We're at the end. Taurus season is graduation season. Shout out to all of the graduates. Cheers to all of the graduates. If you're graduating high school, if you're graduating college, if you're graduating your associate's degree, if you're graduating your certificate, if you're graduating your license, if you pass the boards, if you pass the bar, congratulations. If you're celebrating your masters, if you're celebrating your doctorates, cheers to you. Cheers to all of the graduates. Cheers to all the babes graduating from pre-K and going to kindergarten. Cheers to all the little Taurus babes out there, okay? Shout out to all the Taurus mommies that are pregnant right now. So if you're going to be celebrating your first Mother's Day pregnant, that's what's up, girl. We're going to cheers to you. We're going to take a little sip for you. Cheers to all the Taurus daddies doing what they need to do. Being of service to the mother of their child. Shout out to the active daddies. They deserve their own toast. Shout out to the active daddies. You matter no matter what age. Um, but yes, Taurus season. We have the new moon on in 2 days, because today is 5/5, May 5th, right? The double fives. And you already know angel numbers, 5/5 is an angel number. Do your own research on that, okay? But essentially, it's a portal for change, because, every digit in numerology represents different energy. And the digit 5 represents change. Okay, so in essence, of course, there's different lessons and energetics that come with the number 5, but in essence, 5 is the number of change. Okay, so if you have a life path 5, I want you to go back and read that description, and just see if you are living according to the life path characteristics. If your 5th house rules your natal chart. So 5th house is ruled by the energy of Leo. Okay, so if you are a Leo sun or have Leo dominant energy, go back to read up on that. So like if you're a Leo rising, Leo moon, Leo Venus, any of those dominant Leo energetics that rules the 5th house, I would recommend going back to read up on that as well. I will also if you pull tarot cards for yourself, I will also recommend pulling the Hierophant card. I believe that is the number 5 in the tarot, and just meditating with it. You may want to sleep with it. You may want to sleep with it under your pillow. You may want to just have it setting out, and as you just pass that card throughout the day or throughout the week, just seeing whatever intuitions and downloads come to you, just having that exposure to that card. But just meditating on the number 5, and if the number 5 resonates with you on for something else specific, lean into that. 5/5 may be the day that you attended some type of major life event. Like for me, last week was the anniversary of my grandfather's death, and also his anniversary, and it was also another specific date that I don't want to get into either. But all of that happened in the same week. You know what I'm saying? So just taking that time to remember your ancestors, so the end of April, beginning of May is always a very sensitive time for me. It's the time where there was just a lot of transformation years ago, and I just have to remind myself and ground myself in what my reality is now, so that I'm not constantly getting swept up in the waves of what used to be. So if you feel me on that, and just trying to really ground yourself in the today, into the reality, into the what is. It is what it is. It's exactly what it feels like. It's exactly what it looks like. It's exactly how I intuit the situation to be. I'm not going to make excuses for this situation or these people. I'm not going to try to understand. It is exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? So let me ground myself in this reality, because this tango of going back and forth and trying to reason and understand within myself, creating this war within myself, is just not worth it. It's not healthy, and I just simply won't do it. So if you feel me on that, Taurus season is the perfect opportunity to ground yourself. Ground yourself in what you want, what you need, what truly matters to you. And also, while understanding and getting honest about what truly matters to you right now, what's going to matter to you in 5 years, what's going to matter to you in 10 years, what's going to matter to you in a year from now. How much different do you want your life to be? How much more are you willing to give of yourself to have the life that you want? Because I also had the feeling and the sensation of stop and go energy of getting excited. You leap out there, but then you cower back. You pull it back, and then you're excited. You mean it. You're fired up. You get ready to put yourself out there, and then it's nope. So for some people, it's mustering up the courage to say the thing, to assert the boundary, to tell the truth, to tell someone no, to have that powerful life defining conversation with someone that you're dreading, right? It's mustering up the courage to do that, but then last minute not saying what you need to say. Say, oh, nothing. just backing away from the situation, backing away from the fight. And right now we have what, Mars in Aries, Venus in Taurus. So the masculine energy, it's in its ruling sign. The feminine energy, it's in its ruling sign. Mars rules Aries. And right now Mars is in Aries, okay, for the next couple of weeks. Venus rules Venus rules Taurus, and for the next few weeks, Venus will be in Taurus. So the divine feminine energy is very feminine. So that's what I mean about like the divine feminine energies coming together, linking up. I feel like it's strong link up energy. For some people, they're going to be like having their first lesbian experience at this time. And if not a physical lesbian experience, again, like that energy of feeling seen by someone that can identify with a lifestyle that you identify as. So again, just, like, wow, like kind of like that, the energy like with Celie in Color Purple. Like, it wasn't really sexual. It was like, wow, she sees me. And it was just like so beautiful and like cathartic. And, just that kiss on the lips just signified like, I see you, you're beautiful. And it's like, even though that was very intimate, it wasn't necessarily like sexual. You know what I'm saying? It was more sensual than anything. So cheers to the divine feminines linking up and doing their thing. However you identify, whatever you decide to do, always be safe. Don't play about you. Don't play about your health, okay? Just be careful. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If you're willing to give someone access to your body, the least you could do is ask questions with direct eye contact. The least they can do is give you a clear and honest answer without a roundabout guilt trip. You know what I'm saying? So don't play about you. Don't play about your health. Get tested. Tell your friends, your family, people you care about to get tested as well. We always need to be reminded on the things to do, okay? We have to make sure we keep humanity alive. We have to make sure we keep the essence of people alive, okay? Because that's how we're going to be AI, you guys. Keeping our sense of humanity alive. Keeping our sense of respect. Keeping our sense of, helping your fellow brother, help your fellow sister, you know what I'm saying? Like, reach back behind and like let the next person know, like, hey, be on the lookout, heads up, blah blah blah. Like being more in the spirit and the energy of love, going with the intention of love, not seeking out battles. Oh, is it just me with this? Because you know how I said Mars is in Aries right now. Is it just me, or are people like fucking annoying right now? Like, either very stupid or annoying or both, right? Which is why I had to like take a little break, because it was just like, why are people being so annoying right now? Like, you may notice people just being a little more quick to confrontation now. Like, for example, if like people, when you're driving and someone may cut you off, and then you may speed up to get in front of them to cut them off again before you get off on the exit, and then they're laying off on the horn on you, because Aries energy, the ram, fire. We're also in Taurus season, the bull. So you may notice more car accidents right now. You may notice more collisions, more head-on collisions, because again, we got the fire ram with the earthy Taurus bull. So it's ram and bull energy. So you may see an more, not necessarily more, but you just may be like, you may realize like, damn, like another domestic violence situation, like another shooting, another football player that died from a concussion, like another traumatic head injury, another hematoma, like head injury is big right now. Another CHF, stroke, heart failure, any type of heart conditions right now as well. So like, dog, they had another stroke. Damn, my blood pressure was high and now I've been diagnosed with this heart condition, so conditions of the heart, people dying of heartbreak, heart failure, people needing a heart transplant, being notified they need a heart transplant. Just conditions of the heart. But also, I feel like, also for some people, it's giving your heart to the goal, giving your heart to the vision, and that last ditch effort to hold on, to keep going. that last ditch effort to keep going. Mm. And to persevere and to push through. Mm. It's weird because it's not anything I need to cough up. It's just like, mm, golly. Okay. Goodness, pardon me. I forgot what I was saying. But in essence, oh yeah, like that last ditch effort. So it's like, if you are someone that's considering ending something, ending your business, ending your passion pathway, considering ending your career path, considering ending your relationship, your friendship, your business relationship, considering ending, just like that, why try, why bother, why keep going energy. Like if you feel like you've been in that lately, I feel like at this time it's just a reminder to give that last ditch effort as if you were doing it for the first time. Like, when you do something for the first time, it's like that. Like, it's usually like you giving it all you got, you giving it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really putting your all into it. Like, if you used to get your first audition with the artist of your dreams, or you used to get that interview with the person of your dreams that you want to work with, that you want to create business with, that you want to create life with, you get that first date with the person you want to build a life with, that you want to have a friendship with, just that initial encounter with the energy you want in your world. You're going to give it up, right? You're not going to hold back. Hopefully, you want to go in there with some confidence, or at least that you should go in there with some confidence, go in there like you belong, go in there with a sense of, who you're dealing with, show some respect to do your research, so just having that wide-eyed, wow, like, just being like borderline obsessed and excited and just really supportive of that energy, and just not losing that flicker in the light, like not losing that sense of heart, not losing that healthy obsession with the thing that you initially had the vision on. So I feel like if you've been in that, like, I'm at my wit's end, I'm about to give up, I'm about to quit, I'm over it, I'm done. Make sure you give like that last ditch effort, like you like really wring out the towel before you like totally call it quits. Because before we start new beginnings, we need to be totally clear on the past. Okay? So like, be fair to yourself, be fair to other people before you start something new. Before you really go full throttle with this new energy, this new idea, this new plan, this new project, this new relationship, this new self-identity, this new whatever that you want to manifest, make sure you are very clear on what didn't work, what you don't want, who's no longer allowed, like whatever you cut off, whoever you cut off, the past is the past. Don't let the past hold you back, okay? Don't let the past, what could have been, hold you back. It is what it is. Take it for it is what it is. We look to the past to learn the lesson, get the wisdom, carry it forward, share it if we must, because we're all going through this, in some different way or degree, right? So I'll leave you with this Taurus season. And this Taurus new moon, this is an opportunity, and it's supposed to be like the luckiest day of the year, y'all. Do your own research on it. Pardon me, but a lot of different psychics, readers, astrologers have said that the Taurus new moon is the luckiest new moon of the year. So if your birthday is on the Taurus new moon on Taurus 7th, happy birthday. Cheers to you. And yeah, for my dancers out there, tomorrow we have 5, 6. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So I want to encourage you to dance, regardless if you identify as a dancer or not, if you have a passion to pursue dance or not. Everyone can move their body, okay? And there are different types of dance and interpretations of dance. So movement is medicine. Definitely make sure you move your body, whether it's walking, taking the stairs instead of the escalator, taking a little longer walk than usual, actually getting back in the gym. Message to myself, I've taken a few days, okay, maybe even a week, y'all, from the gym, and I know once I get back in the routine, it's gonna feel so good, okay, to get done with 30 minutes of cardio on the elliptical or 30 minutes of cardio on this stairmaster. Like, whenever I take a break from the gym, I'm always so like frustrated with myself that I'm not in there locked in. But once I finally like get back in there, it's like I never left. And I don't want to keep saying that because we're all aging and experiencing life, right? And I don't want to take my days for granted. I don't want to take my health for granted. Like, that's a blessing to be able to use your ankles, your feet, your knees, your hips, to be able to lift stuff. Like, I'm training for my future self, you know what I'm saying? And your future self deserves a strong body today. So if you've taken a few days off from the gym, it's okay. But eventually get back in there. And just start where you are. For some people, they're learning that climbing, hiking is better for them than actually doing traditional cardio. So maybe look into that. And before you go hiking, I would recommend taking some laps at the park. Okay, wherever you decide to work out, make sure you're always aware of your surroundings. Make sure you always have some form of weapon on you. Okay, like for me, one easy weapon I use is my thermos, because it's steel, and if I crack somebody over the head, they're gonna be out. Okay, so if nothing else, like if I can't take my mace, if I can't take my other weapons, okay, and for you, like if you could take your weapon, protect yourself, okay? Taurus energy, Scorpio energy is about our protection, not just financial protection, physical protection, emotional protection, financial protection. So just make sure, spiritual protection. So consider your protection in all areas of your life at this time. And just going back to your physical protection, maybe do some research on how to do some self-defense, perhaps sign up for a class. But if you can't sign up for a class, it takes nothing but a Google search in 15 minutes just to refresh yourself on the best ways to defend yourself as someone of your stature, so whether you're a tall, burly man or a small, petite woman, okay, it doesn't matter your sex, gender, or whatever. Everyone needs to understand how to protect themselves without weapons, okay, even better with weapons. But if you just have some type of idea of how to protect yourself physically, it can really help to boost your confidence, which can also help to boost your self-love and appreciation, okay? So for real, this time I'm finna get out of here. I have so much to share because it's been so long and a while since I last recorded, but I just feel so good. Again, just a testament to like when you get back to doing a thing you love, even if you took some time off, it may like, hopefully you have that feeling like you never left. I was like, this is why I loved it. Like, I just feel like at this time of year, just going back and being reminded of why you love the thing, why you started the thing, why you committed to that thing, so give yourself the time, space, the opportunity to remember why you started the journey, why you came to that conclusion, why you felt that way, and make, your feelings are valid. And again, like, if you need to assert boundaries, if you need to unplug from the world, that's okay. Do what you need to do for you. Because again, the energy is high right now. So people could just be really demanding with that Mars and Aries energy right now, and the Taurus energy. Like, there could just be a lot of impatience right now, a lot of repetition, like, I said type of energy. So again, we're doing this, like, people fighting, okay? Fighting, again, like I said, DV being big right now. Sex, because pounding the pavement, running, okay? People feeling the need to run. So this may be people running because it's a shootout, running because they was told something very funny, and it's like, and they take off running, but whatever, because it's like, oh my God, I'm laughing so much, and I got this big ass smile, and it's making me feel so good, and it's giving me such a boost of serotonin. So this could also be at this time being around people that get you, like, again, like that energy of like the paddles on the heart, and it like revives you, like this reviving energy, like people that bring you back to life with their spirit, with their energy, with their passion, with their, connection and response to life, just allowing that sweet dew to like rub off on you, So for real, I'm gonna get out of here, okay? Check out my YouTube channel. Shout out to everybody that's following my YouTube channel, and happy birthday to all the Tauruses. Happy Mother's Day to everyone celebrating. Happy Mother's Day to my mother, and I will see y'all next time. I love you. Bye.